Alrighty guys, Isaac here bringing us another Dragon Ball Legends video, so a discussion video, right? So we got the new reveals and stuff. It has been announced that we are going to be getting this Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, right? So first of all, right off rip, I honestly don't think this is that hype of a character, right? Not to throw any like disrespect on this guy's name or anything like that, but I don't know if he's necessarily worthy of an Ultra unit, right? I did a video yesterday and I was talking about how I wanted the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Yellow, the OG one. I wanted him to get a Zenkai right here. I didn't necessarily want a new unit because I wanted a replacement for the LF Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? And obviously this isn't necessarily, I mean, this is a replacement, but this is more so like a pay to win, or well, yeah, more so a pay-to-win replacement, right? Because this is going to be a summonable Ultra unit with these incredibly low rates. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure he is going to be dropping at 1000 Z power. Either way, I want to go ahead and talk about how good do I think he's going to be, right? Because even though a lot of people are very disappointed with this reveal, I'm still going to be summoning on it. I do have 17k CC. Let me know in the comments down below how much CC you guys currently have and if you guys are going to be summoning or skipping. But I personally do feel like this guy is there's going to be some value and some merit to skipping this guy, right? And not because I'm going to be real honest with you guys, it's not necessarily just a flat-out skip because he's bad or anything, because I actually think he's really good. We'll go into his kit right now, but it's just more so that anniversary is only 3 months away, and if you guys are a free-to-play player or you guys are a minimal spender, then it might just be more worth it to go ahead and just save. I mean, obviously, unless you're a God Key main and you really want this unit. So let's go ahead and dive into his kit right here. We do know that he has a cover change. The one thing that I did notice is actually Ryuden pointed out during while we were actually reacting to this live, is it doesn't look like he has blast armor on his ultimate right here, right? So we can actually, so there's his blue card right here. I mean, it's just pretty simple, right? So he has this, and then he has a different blast animation as well. And then you can also see right here, it looks like he has some sort of sub count manipulation, right? Because he comes in really quickly, like within 5 timer counts. He has the cover change on strike card right there, and then he also here's the ultimate right here, right? He has the green card. Hey, he's gonna go ahead and use the ultimate, and it looks like there is no like literally no blast armor on this, but I'm not too sure because obviously to right here in the bottom right hand side, it's kind of hard for you guys to see. It says game visuals and sound effects are under development, so maybe that's just something that we missed out on, but it looks like no blast armor right here. Personally, right? Because you can see a difference between Jiren having blast armor and then this Goku not having the blast armor, right? Because I know some people have already said that the aura looks like it's hiding it, but when you look at it just right here on this frame, it doesn't really look like it, right? So I think I think it's weird that a unit in 2022 doesn't have blast armor on their ultimate, especially when it's a dash and forward one like that, right? Because it doesn't let you, it kind of like sets you up for failure in a way, because there's a lot of plays that involve using that blast armor, right? There's a lot of plays in which like you come out of a RR, right? And then you immediately pop your main ability because maybe you used all of your cards within that RR, right? And you want to see if you're going to catch your opponent slipping with the tackle or any kind of card or anything like that, right? And that's a really good way to open things up for you and to kind of just get you guys back into neutral, where you actually are going to possess some cards, and you're not going to be able to do that here, right? Because if you come out of the rush, you pop the main ability, and unless your opponent's going for a mid-range strike, you're not going to be able to get this off for free, right? I mean, I guess against a tackle it's still going to work, but if they could easily, since your enemy's going to have this knowledge of him not having this blast armor, he can just queue up a blast card, and if you do queue this up, you're going to get hit by it, right? So let's go ahead and talk about kit. And remember, this isn't the full kit either. They don't reveal the entire information yet. This is kind of like a sneak peek almost, right? So let's talk about the Z ability. So first of all, he does have 3% to special move damage inflicted by episode universe survival saga. So he's going to be geared towards that. I would have liked to see God Key a little bit more, right? Because I mean, he's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken, but I mean, Universal Survival Saga, I suppose it makes sense, right? Because this is going to be the one where he just gets farmed by Jiren in TOP. He also has the 38% to episode survival saga or tag God Key, base strike and blast defense, double defense. I actually kind of like this Z ability, double defense. I mean, I think God Key already has like the double defense with the Zamasu assist unit, right? But I mean, I don't think this is a bad Z ability at all. That's pretty good. And so now unique abilities. This guy is going to be the first Ultra units so let's go into the unique ability. So this character is also going to be having a gauge just similar to Ultra Gogeta. I'm really curious how his gauge, how fast it's going to be, right? So it says, while this character is on the battlefield, rapidly restores unique gauge according to key charge time, right? So it says rapidly. So I'm going to assume that it's going to be a quick charge up time. And once the gauge is full, you get all of these effects, bro. You get all these effects. It resets to 0, just like Ultra Gogeta, where he's able to get his blue card infinitely, right? So he draws a special arts card next. I really want to see what this does. I really want to see what this. I need the info on this green card right here. He restores health by 15%. That activates 7 times, by the way. 7 times, bro. That's a lot of healing. If you, especially if this is a charge. If this takes like little to no time to actually fill your gauge, that, bro, you guys don't even realize how much. This is 105% right here, right? Just 105% of health that you're going to be able to recover. That's like your full HP bar, right? You get 40% to next strike damage inflicted, up to 80%. So this is going to stack twice. Same with the blast arts damage. It's going to stack twice. And then 20% to your next special move damage inflicted. This stacks twice as well. So you, at the very minimum, you want to activate this twice. But obviously, you're... like, literally, that's the bare minimum. You have to get it at least twice, and then, other than that, you just start getting the bonuses, right? So, reduces neck damage sustained by 20%. This one cannot be stacked, right? It only applies until the enemy combo is finished, but you also get your Vanish gauge by 100%. That activates 5 times. 5 times, bro! And so this ability is going to pair extremely well with the, because Goku, him being a Goku unit, he has access to the equipment called It's All Up to My Fist. I'll go ahead and put it up right here on the screen, right? Essentially, what you can do with that is you have the third slot on that equipment is Vanishing Gauge Recovery, right? You can get up to 15% on that. So I can imagine this guy's going to be extremely annoying. This is why the Goku Vegeta was extremely annoying too, right? Because they could get their, they had multiple ways to get their, or, well, the Goku version of Goku Vegeta, he was able to get his Vanish back on his blue card to a certain percent, and then, you know, whatever percent he needed, that equip is usually being ran on him, so he can go ahead and get it back. This guy gets 100% to the gauge, just 100% flat out. So I think he's gonna be really good, bro. Like, this kit, like, this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? This isn't the full kit right here. So let's go ahead and keep going right here onto the second page that they showed off right here. Also keep in mind he's yellow range typing, right? So he is going to be getting that platinum equip that just came out as well. It was completely foreshadowing. And you have the unique abilities right here. The following effects occur when this character evades an enemy attack with the vanishing step. Increase your own arts draw by 1 level, your card draw speed, right? For 10 timer counts. That's all right. I think that's all right here, especially when you consider the fact that if you're going to be vanishing and you're close to getting your gauge up, you just get your Vanish back, and you get this card draw speed, right? You also randomly destroy 1 enemy card, and you also inflict the enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50% to key recovery for 10 timer counts. 10 timer counts. I think this is honestly, this could easily be just countered right here. This is all right, but it could easily be countered if he just swaps out to a different unit. It depends on if this debuff goes to the entire enemy, like team, like all 3 members, but I'm more than likely it's going to just be 1 member. So if he just swaps out, that's easily replaceable, easily just counterable, right? Because a lot of these units these days, they come in with key as well. So also special cover change against the strike arts. That's what we saw in the preview right here. And then let's go into the last page, or did I go a little bit too far? Last page, ultra ability. So if this character is the leader, he basically, it's same like Gogeta, right? If he's the leader, he applies the following effects to self: 30% to damage inflicted, 30% to key recovery. Both of those cannot be canceled. But if he is not ran on the leader slot, he applies the following effects to self per episode Universal Survival Saga. So it's just like Gogeta, where Gogeta, he had the same abilities, except instead of Universal Survival Saga, it was for Fusion Warrior, right? And so he does want to be on Universal Survival Saga. See, I would have rather this had been, I would have rather this be God Key instead, right? Instead of Universal Survival Saga, because I don't think Universal Survival Saga is all that great, right? It might be a lot better now, especially since we do have Jiren, right? So Jiren actually might be one of his best teams right here, but Ultra Gogeta is definitely still going to be easily runnable alongside this guy. Easily runnable. So you get 5% to damage inflicted for your members, right? So this potentially could add up to 30% to damage inflicted and 30% to key recovery. So on your blast arts, right? So when this is what's crazy too. On your blast arts, you destroy all of your enemy special move arts cards on hit, right? So if you land this is something that you have to read carefully. If you land this, then you'll break your enemy's special move arts card. It's not if you just click on it, right? So you can't just assume to just click the blast card and their blue card would be hit. I think that would be so broken. That would be so damn good, right? If you just clicked on your own blast cards and it would break the enemy's blue cards, that would be absolutely busted. But it has to be on hit. So overall, just reading all of this right here, this guy looks absolutely fantastic. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely going to be summoning. I would say he's guaranteed a spot in S tier. I honestly want to say he's guaranteed a spot in S tier, if not Z tier. We'll have to go ahead and wait and see, because obviously there's still some components to this guy that we don't know. Like, we don't know exactly the effects of his blue card. We don't know the effects of his green card. There's stuff like that we still really need to take into consideration right here. Overall, though, I know he might not be as hype as anyone thinks. I feel like I truly thought Ultras are going to be like the pinnacle of hype characters right here, and I personally, because Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, he was a lot more hype when he fought against Hit, right? He was a lot more hype in that moment, and I honestly think he was a lot more hype when he fought alongside Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? That's peak Kaioken Goku to me. Right, or peak Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku to me is when he's walking right there alongside Vegeta. I would have assumed that if they made this guy, I would have thought we were going to get an Ultra tag unit with Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. That's something they could still do in the future. Don't get me wrong. That's definitely an option. I guarantee we'll see that in the far future. Maybe not an Ultra, but definitely an LF or something like that. But that's what I think would warrant the Ultra rarity right here, because I could have definitely saw this guy as an LF unit. But an Ultra unit just seems a little bit overboard for me, at least, right? I mean, like I said before, I'm still going to summon. I still think he looks absolutely amazing. Let me know what your comments are let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'm very curious to see what the community reaction to this unit is right here. So that being said, if you guys enjoyed the content, let me know by leaving a like, a comment, maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!